Hello and welcome to a brand new Lost Ark video. In this video, I will be showing you 9 different things and items you need to start working on and investing today, as they will be very important in the future. These things and items have a proven track record of being important based on Korean, Russian and Japanese region, and unless Amazon makes some drastic changes to certain systems, they will have the same importance in the West as they did in the other regions. Everyone has been telling you how important maintaining and leveling your stronghold is early on, and they are not wrong, it is very important. Starting early with your stronghold will benefit you long term as it gives you an opportunity to get ahead of the curve by being able to craft certain items before everyone else and control the price on the market. In the worst case scenario, if you don't want to use your stronghold's workshop to control the market and gain gold, you will need to craft some of these items for your own use, whether it's potions, battle items, fusion material that is needed for higher item level gear upgrades, because the other alternative is buying them at the ridiculous prices from the people who started early with the progress in their stronghold and now control the price of these items. Keeping the tabs on the currency exchange and buying blue crystals whenever you have extra gold and when the price drops is a great way to set up for the future. Right now the price of the blue crystals is growing day by day, and eventually it will reach the certain threshold that's been held in Korea and Russia for a very long time, and it will become a default price. The price for 95 blue crystals is around 1500 and 1700 gold on Korea and Russia, and anything under 1000 gold on NA and EU is worth buying. You don't have to spend all of your gold, but knowing the times when price drops during the day while having extra gold to spend is a great way to stack up on the blue crystals for the future. I know a lot of people despise the fact that you need to have many ults if you want to progress to the super endgame, but it is true. With a single character you will have a limited options for gold income and material gain each day and each week. Working on ults early and getting them to tier 3 will benefit you at the present time and even more in the future. Having minimum of 2 ults will be enough, but depending on how much time each person has per day to play, you can add more ults. In the future you only focus your ults for the weekly content that will grant you gold, while daily chaos dungeons, guardian raids and Una tasks won't matter and won't make too much of a difference if you don't do them every day. In the future, there will be catch-up mechanics that will speed you to the tier 1 and tier 2 progression and enabling you to reach tier 3 on ults in no time. Solar Grace, Solar Blessing and Solar Protection will be the main material for gear honing success chance in tier 3. Right now, if you look at the prices, they are very heavily overpriced, so buying these as a free-to-play player is not a good financial decision. What you want to do instead is sell all the tradable ones, stack up on the gold, so when the price eventually massively drops down, you can use those profits from selling them early and buy them at a much cheaper price when you need them. Also, it is important to note that you should not use bound or untradable ones at this current time, and you should stack them up and wait for Argos or even Legion raids, as the percentage chance of upgrading those gear sets will be even lower than the current ones being used. Same can be applied to upgrade materials too, where you sell tradable ones and only use bound ones for upgrading your current tier 3 gear. Buying Solar Grace, Solar Blessing and Solar Protection from Marie's shop is still a very good value, and you should spend blue crystals on stacking these for the future. Excavation has been very popular in tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 as you use materials from it to craft treasure maps. These treasure maps give you those same materials that increase success chance of your gear honing. Tier 1 and Tier 2 ones are bound and untradable, but Tier 3 ones are tradable, which again, as mentioned before in a video, is a good way of stacking up gold while the price is still high. Excavating in the open world and opening the chests from the treasure map has a chance to hit a jackpot, which will award you craft kits. Master Craft Kit is the absolute best one you can get, while the Expert Kit is the second best. Currently in the West these are very undervalued, and if you get lucky enough, it is best to hold them both for the future. The current value of one Expert Craft Kit in Korea is around 6000 gold, while Master Craft Kits are around 30,000 gold. You won't have to wait too long for these to increase in price, and holding onto them for a few weeks will benefit you greatly in the future. Foraging is another important thing to invest time into, as it will grant you materials to craft elemental HP potions, and in the future, when you reach workshop level 5, as splendid elemental HP potions. This is why I mentioned earlier in the video that working on your stronghold early will benefit you in the future, as workshop level 5 requires a high level of your stronghold. Current price of elemental HP potions is still fairly low, and that is due to current content being very easy to clear, and you don't really need better than the blue potions. Following how the price moved in Japan and Russia when Argos and Legion raids released, these potions went up to 60 to 70 gold per, while splendid ones were 120 to 130 gold per, as everyone needed these to clear Legion raids. Right now, they have stabilized around 40 to 50 gold for elemental ones and around 90 gold for splendid ones in Korea and Russia. Crafting and stacking these potions for the future will benefit you greatly with the gold income once Argos and Legion raids come to the west. Powder of Sage is another important item that has very limited sources and only one important use. They are used to increase the chance of success for a tripod level transfer. Right now the price of the powders is fairly low. With release of Argos and Legion raids, players will be able to progress to higher stages of Chaos dungeons, which will unlock the tradable gear that is only used for tripod levels. Once that happens, everyone will be trying to get their tripods maxed out, and the success rate of a level 3 tripod transfer is 15% and level 4 one is 5%. Powder of Sage doubles the chances of that success, which is still super low, and you will need a lot of powders for a successful transfer. Right now, big majority of the players have access to level 2 tripods, and there is no need to waste powders on that. There are only 3 sources of powders currently in the game: crafting tradable ones in the stronghold, weekly from heroic guardian raids that are still not available in the west, and from Silmaril Bloodstone Exchanger, which are both untradable. In the west we also get 10 untradable ones from the Welcome Challenge. Following the trend of Korea, Japan and Russia, these powders went up to 500 to 600 gold per when Legion raids and Argos released, then stabilizing around 250 to 300 gold per. Crafting as many of these as possible and stacking them up for once the price goes up will secure you an obscene amount of gold. If you do 1302 Chaos Gate in tier 3 and you are getting purple or even yellow secret maps, always do them with other 3 people who also have the same map. This gives you 4 times the rewards, and while you get tradable solar materials that increase honing success rate that you sell, you also get honor pouches. This is important as currently green, blue and purple honor pouches are very undervalued, which will balance out in the future. The reason for that is that people don't need them to upgrade current gear. It is important to stack up on these tradable pouches so you can sell them once the price goes up. And it will go up for the sole reason that honor shards are always being used and always being needed to upgrade your gear. Current price in Korea and Russia is around 150 for a green pouch, 250 for a blue pouch, and around 350 to 400 for a purple pouch. Amongst other upgrade materials, you will always need more honor shards, and you can never have enough of them. You can expect the price of honor pouches to go up as more people get to tier 3, and you can expect it to explode once Argos and Legion raids are released, as that content brings out new gear sets that everyone will need to upgrade. Last thing I want to mention is working on your horizontal progression early on so you don't have to waste time doing that later once more important endgame content is released. Working on your adventure tome, feeding rapport NPCs every day, increasing your virtue stats, collecting skill point potions, and working on all collectibles such as Island Hearts, Giant's Hearts, Omnium Stars, Masterpieces, and of course, yours favorite, Mokoko Seeds. Taking time to do these while we are still waiting for high-end content is the perfect way to progress and save time in the future that will benefit you even today. There are probably other things that I have missed that could also be important, but these 9 is something that I will be focusing on for the future, and even if you focus on few of these, it will still benefit you greatly. Keep in mind that Amazon could at any point in any time completely change how some of these systems work, which could make few of the things in the video outdated. Hopefully this helps you pave the way for the future and you make a lot of gold with your investments. which could put you shoulder to shoulder with players who spend real money to progress. Don't forget to subscribe and turn the notifications on so you don't miss out on the future videos. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.